Hi, it's Naomi Grace, and today I'll be walking through a brief overview of the Central Amazon Conservation Complex. Alrighty, so to begin, we will be talking about what is a rainforest. Well, rainforests are forests which grow in areas of high rainfall that fall between the Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer and receive about 175 centimeters of rainfall each year. However, even within the rainforest, there are different types. We have the evergreen rainforests, which are close to the equator. We have the deciduous rainforests, and they are cooler in temperature areas. And then we have the cloud rainforest, which are found high up in the mountains. We have a few. The evergreens are one of the first different ones. These ones have to have a hot and wet climate year-round, allowing for the trees to grow continually and be in a state of evergreen, thus the name. They are located in South and Central America, Central Africa, Indonesia, Malaysia, and North Australia. They appear to be like moss, almost. And then we have the deciduous. Now, deciduous rainforests are cooler in temperatures, but encounter large amounts of rainfall. The trees lose their leaves during the dry seasons, and they are located in Pacific Northwest of America, cooler parts of Central America, and India. As you can see, we have different colors like we see during the fall. Next, we have the cloud rainforests. The cloud rainforests are found high up in the mountains where they are almost always in the clouds. These are much cooler areas, but extremely wet. These ones are located in Argentina, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Brazil in South America, and as well the Democratic Republic of Congo in Africa. And then we'll next move on to our area of protection. So in 2000, we had the Amazon Basin, which was 6 million hectares, called Jiao National Park. This one was inscribed in the Central Amazon Conservation Complex, otherwise UNESCO, and then it expanded in 2003, and it brought in all of these different ones. The names are quite difficult for me to pronounce, but they brought in national parks, sustainable development reservoirs, as well as another sustainable development reservoir. And next we will go through. This is kind of just a map of where all the reservoirs are. So as you can see, we have our first one here, and then in 2000, and then of course it expanded out here in 2003. So it's preserving all of this as well as all of the Anavilihanas archipelago, as well as all of these down here. So we're conserving all of this. Next, we'll move on to threatening factors of the rainforests. One of the biggest ones is deforestation, loss of land. More than half of the Earth rainforests have been already lost due to human demand for wood and arable lands, according to National Geography. Deforestation, and these are their reasons to justify. So we have a lot of industries and power plants that are trying to cut down trees to generate electricity. We also have people going in to pump for tree pulp, as well, like for paper and different things we use for school every day, as well as clear areas for cattle ranchers, cleared for croplands such as soy farms, cleared for roads and minings, as well as flood areas for hydroelectric powers. And as you can see, we have a couple different pictures here. So this shows what the rainforest used to look like before we came in and ran through it all. We as well have the burning of some down here, and as well as the cattle ranches. The effects of all of this on the rainforest is we have a lot of loss of habitat, not only just to animals and plants, but as well as people. The loss of habitat could be also called loss of flora and fauna, is what mainly they pertain to say within the UNESCO site, within a lot of the philanthropy sites that we've been looking at, and losing flora and fauna results in endangering animals. We also have a huge increase in greenhouse gases, as well as the water in the atmosphere, the soil erosion, flooding, as well as the destruction of homelands for indigenous people, basically their way of life. We do have different tribes that do reside within different areas of the rainforests, and going in through that, you're disrupting the way they live, the way they've been living for years on end. We as well have the chemical and oil spills in different waters, which therefore go through all of those rivers that we saw back here. All of those oil spills can travel through here as well and ruin all of this life. So it's a huge big deal. Which brings me back to what we can do to fix all of this, the solutions. We have a huge reducement. You could work on reducements, like reducing wood and paper consumptions or oil consumptions. We could also work on don't support the wrongful companies, such as, well, a lot of them, and actually Burger King is one of them. They ship all of their meat over from Africa. Which is going into the cattle ranching they're out there. And, so deforestation, cattle ranching, shipping, and here to the US. So different companies could be like Boise Wood Corporation, the Citigroup Financial, and of course Burger King, as well as Mitsubishi. And another one, investing in the protection agencies, like we could do business like Home Depot that are consciously trying to help the reduction of rainforest products. And RAN is a Rainforest Action Network who basically literally lives to conserve all of that. And the reason UNESCO got a hold of this and tried to conserve all of this is because not only is it conserving the rainforest, but it's conserving endangered animals, endangered plants, endangered people, as well as just trying to keep us out of the natural order of things and to keep us from going in and destroying literally everything. And so yeah, that's the Central Amazon Conservation Complex is literally just conserving and having that complex of, hey, this is a big thing and we need to start realizing that we have to go through and save all of this because it's for the future. But yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this lecture, and yeah, so